Greetings, everybody! TPrower once again. Good to see you all again after that hiatus. Didn't last too long now, did it? Besides, those of you who went had San Diego Comic-Con to look forward to. And what great timing, considering what this episode had to offer. Before I start, I know this is going to seem unusual, and I do apologize to those who are expecting a commentary. I've been doing some thinking over the hiatus, and I wanted to give something like this a try, to test the waters and see what you guys thought, you know? I wanted to see what it would feel like to give an episode a review-like treatment, so I hope you guys will bear with me on this one. Without further ado, let's get to it! So we resume Season 6 with Episode 13, Stranger Than Fanfiction. When I first heard the title, the first thing that popped into my head was, oh crap, one of the main six is writing fanfiction. Probably Rainbow Dash. She did say she had an unfinished novel in Spike at your service. Well, I was right in that it involved Rainbow Dash, but wrong about the fanfiction thing. Turns out Dashy's off to a Daring Do convention. See? What perfect timing! I've never been to a convention before, but I hope to someday. Unfortunately, Twilight, who as we all know is just as big a fan of the series, can't attend, because she needs to meet with Princess Celestia in Griffinstone. I mean, that's still pretty cool, especially since it's a friendship summit. Looks like Gilda's been doing a good job. But it makes me sad to see all the stuff Twi's missing out on, all because she's a princess. It's like those map missions where she had to sit out just because she wasn't called specifically. Really makes you want to reach in and give her a big ol' hug, doesn't it? Don't worry, your royal studiousness. We still have a whole half a season to go for you to find something awesome to do. In any case, at this convention, packed with cosplayers, booths, exhibits, and even brochures for Daring Do-inspired adventu-cations, something Dashy has no need for, having taken part in one already, so to speak. She meets with our special guest pony of the week, Quibblepants, an Earth pony played by Patton Oswalt. You might know him best for his stand-up, or for his roles as Spencer from King of Queens and Remy from Ratatouille. The funny thing is, narrator 007 actually sent me footage of his stand-up where he talked about watching MLP with his daughter. He got a decent amount of the facts right, too, as far as I could see. Anyways, Dash and Quibble hit it off pretty well, swapping Daring Do trivia, being all buddy-buddy with each other, having a blast, checking out Daring Do bondage pillows. Yeah, not touching that one. Until we see why he's called Quibblepants.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There are no other books. I'm not saying those books don't exist. I'm saying that I refuse to acknowledge them.
Why?
Because they're horrible! I mean, there isn't a single thing after Ring of Destiny that is even remotely in the realm of the possible!
What?
So basically, Quibble's like the bronies who jumped ship after Twi became an alicorn. Of course, Dashy, who's met and adventured with Daring Do before, is outraged, declaring that for her, each story is better than the last, and she knows just how Daring can accomplish the seemingly impossible. She just can't prove it without giving away Daring's secret identity. So, sadly, the two end their friendship. It's a sad but realistic thing. Die-hard fans almost coming to blows defending what they love, no matter how minor it really is. I'll admit, I've gotten steamed over things that, in the grand scheme of things, are pretty minor. It's regrettable, but it happens. Things start to get interesting, though, as Rainbow runs into A.K. Yearling, otherwise known as Daring Do, who tells her that her old enemy, Dr. Caballeron, is looking for her, hoping to steal her latest treasure, the Amulet of Kulakan, which is the key to reaching an even more valuable treasure, the seven-sided chest of Chico Maztak. She asks Rainbow to keep an eye out for anything suspicious, which really goes to show how far Daring's come to be able to trust her with this. It's a far cry from her old lone wolf status. Unfortunately, keeping a watch for the real Caballeron in a sea of cosplayers is like trying to find a whopper in a pile of rabbit poop. And it just so happens that Caballeron is at this convention with his hench ponies. More than a little peeved at how much love his nemesis gets, while he gets so little. It's like all the kids love the Steel Samurai and hated the Evil Magistrate back in the first Ace Attorney game. Almost makes you feel sorry for the guy. Almost. Well, we haven't seen the last of Quibble, as after arguing with Dashy some more, he ends up being kidnapped along with her, as she was unwisely talking about having spoken to Daring, and so she's deemed an accomplice. While Dashie fully understands the seriousness of the situation, Quibble is more than a little skeptical, thinking it's some stunt Rainbow pulled to try and make him appreciate her opinions. And to be honest, if it were me, I probably would be a little disbelieving too, especially given the context of their argument. He even thinks Caballeron's just some two-bit actor with a hokey accent. Ouch, man. Way to hurt a guy's feelings. So Caballeron's hoping that, by keeping them prisoner, Daring will come to their rescue and bring the amulet with her. Admittedly, this would assume she knows the two of them were kidnapped, and Dash never got the chance to report back to her, but he doesn't know that, and Quibble's not making his job any easier.
Listen, pal, you can keep her money, but I'm not
going anywhere. You may not approve of my plan, but I'm the mastermind here.
Debatable.
They do manage to escape, however, thanks to Quibble getting rid of the hench ponies in a ludicrously simple manner that even he can't believe worked, and knowing how to undo their bindings. But now Dashie's stuck with the guys they try to get away, him prattling on and lampshading the cliches of their situation. Then they reach the bridge.
Look, I'm all for making things feel as real as possible, but are these adventu-cation ponies sure this thing is safe?
Is it too realistic for you? Wouldn't want that on a daring do adventure, would we?
If this were really a daring do adventure, I'm sure I'd step on the wrong plank at exactly the wrong You need to get your money back.
One harrowing and very awesome rescue later, courtesy of Rainbow Dash, and Quibble's almost a believer, since he realized that he was in serious danger. But they just end up getting captured again, right outside the temple Caballeron was attempting to reach. Whoops. Quibble isn't done being a skeptic, though. Unfortunately, he unintentionally sets off the requisite temple traps that he's busy mocking. A flood of mud, and one freaky-as-hell crocodile monster that looks like TikTok's Aztec cousin. That's enough to make him believe that what he's experiencing is no adventu-cation, it's the real deal. Of course, being the douche that he is, Caballeron locks Dashie and Quibble in with the beast, only for them to be saved just in time by Daring Do. And then Dashie makes this face. I mean, what do you even call that? The animators have way too much fun with their expressions these days. Anyways, Daring refuses to leave without retrieving the chest, so Caballeron can't get his hooves on it. When faced with a puzzle on which door leads to it, Quibble's cynicism actually does lend itself to the correct answer, because he knows exactly how these kinds of puzzles work.
Look, each door has another door that matches. These two both have earth ponies fighting serpents. These two have Pegasi fighting griffins. These two have unicorns fighting bears, but this one
has an alicorn on it. It's the only one without a match. How did I miss that?
I've been asking myself that ever since book 4.
Looks like being knowledgeable of certain tropes does pay off in some ways. Daring manages to snatch the treasure, and after a harrowing escape from the crocodile beast, with some slight errors in communication...
You said go over him!
I said go around him!
They're safe and sound. They even managed to get rid of Caballeron and his goons. Bonus! Daring heads off to put the treasure in the museum, thanking the two for their help. And Dashie and Quibble finally come to an understanding, which constitutes the episode's moral.
I love the daring do that solves puzzles and uses her brain to get out of tough situations, and she did way more of that in the original trilogy. You love the daring do that is brave and awesome and comes out on top no matter what the odds. And that's okay. I guess we don't have to agree on everything to get along.
In short, they and everyone are free to like what they like about certain things, and no one's right or wrong for it. That's something we all need to take to heart. We shouldn't argue and squabble about what we hate about a show or a book series alike. We should just appreciate what we like about it, even if not everyone likes the same things. And so, with everything settled, Dashie and Quibble head off into the credits, over which Quibble still has much to say, particularly about his own fan fiction. God help us. In all seriousness, this was an enjoyable, funny episode. And having it centered around a fan convention, especially so soon after San Diego Comic-Con, was just perfect. Rainbow Dash gets to be a Daring Do fangirl again, and help her out. Speaking of Daring Do, it was great to see her again, and to see her fully trusting Rainbow Dash with her mission, not to mention coming to save her and Quibble. Patton Oswalt was just amazing. His portrayal of Quibble was hilarious. It really made me smile with just how much of a snarky cynic he was. I was kind of glad it was just Caballero this time around. Shows that Daring doesn't always have to butt heads with Aoi Zodal every time we see her. A good episode, a good moral, and a good start to the second half of Season 6. Until next time, see ya!